Alrighty, folks. Welcome on back to Cyber Knight's Flashpoint. Last time we ran a mission, and I think today we're going to mostly end up hanging out in the base and, finish a lot of stuff, get some people recovering. I'm hoping that I can fix some injuries, but I guess we will find out. So first things first, let's get started with Wood's Rest and Recovery. I was going to say Zasha's, but she's no longer Zasha. She's now Wood, which is just kind of odd in my opinion. And then Piece 1 of Legworks. The docs don't forget our own. I found our connect. I found our connect? Shouldn't that be contact? You found everything on my list? A Warner Braun Global shipping container is on its way to the bottom of the Atlantic right now. Unlucky for them, lucky for us. Well done, Bengal. Nothing good is cheap. Warner Braun Global is the best, so I'm sure your smuggler will still need a handsome payment. We'll be working on completing the deal and let you know when we're ready. Bengal's legwork has earned us a 20% discount on the cost of medical equipment to upgrade the clinic. Fantastic. Which means it's what? 400? I think, right? You turn up the cash, I'll build a dedicated unit. I'm not going to start that interaction. I think it's 400,000 that we need. So I'm hoping that we get something soon. Can I send you out for treatment? Dr. Ash, 9 days and 9K. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's do this before it actually gets here. I'm holding blood money for you if you can help me take out 3 enemy captains. As days tick by, is strengthening their reserves in New Boston. I'll be paying you on behalf of some interested parties who want to keep them on the weak side of things. That is very clear then, money for blood. We all know we can't keep down forever, but keeping them weak opens up so many opportunities. Certainly, you've benefited. We'll consider the work. Bituna has offered a kill 3 captain's job. We'll be paid per target we are able to eliminate before extracting. Bituna's brewery robbery is ready to be planned in the command HQ. How long do I have before that needs to kick off? 14 days. Can only be accessed from leverage. Combat required. Hacking optional. All right. So it's 48K for each target. And 16, an additional 16 if completed with 2 or less security level. Okay. I think we can do that. I want everybody as back as can be. So let's see what we can't get back, get done, send out for. Okay. Who are we? We're on Zasha. Let's get Lemon sent out for treatment. Ouch. 5 days. There's the pending heist. All right. We've got to talk about getting someone in Milsec on our payroll. If we're going to be trying jobs and heists above the street level, anything worth serious money, we need to get some coverage from Milsec. When you say Milsec, I'm just hearing Brave Star. We can run pretty wild in gang territory and below the street, but if we try to run a job above the level, Bravestar is everywhere. When Night Horizon was dissolved back in 18, that killed their only real competitor. Since then, Bravestar has reasserted its dominance across the entire dome and the wards. You can't spit without hitting some facility or street corner under their gleaming protection. Good thing the gleam of the badges hides the rot underneath. They've been knee-deep in corruption as far back as when they were the Boston PD. All the better for us. Their corruption is just as ubiquitous as their security contracts across the city. Once the alarms start, the off-site MillSec backup gets called in, and most of the time, it's Bravestar. Having the right friend in their organization could give us a lot of needed cover. We should start fishing for a corrupt cop who we can get on our payroll. We need to be picky. We need someone with rank, sector commander, or higher, who can cause real delays and cover our exits. Blur is our face and criminal underground networker. If we need to find someone, she can do it with legwork, but she can only be on one legwork at a time. Depending on the networking we need, other team members may be able to step in and help. Having a Bravestar officer on the take will provide us constant access to key leverage as we need to attempt higher paying jobs. We need some high ranking and a real meat eater, not just a corrupt cop, but someone up to their elbows in it. I'm going to send Blur because she has a 75% chance to do it. So again, it is eventually guaranteed success, and each failure adds 5 days and 12 hours. So let's send Blur. We need someone high-ranking and a real meat-eater, not just a corrupt cop, but someone up to their elbows in it. So we're looking for an untrustworthy scum of a Bravestar officer who we can trust to take our bribes. We're looking for corruption that stems from greed. We'll feed that greed. It will take a week or two to find the right officer, but double dealing is second nature to Bravestar. I'll find the right one. Cool. Oh, and that's going to be done before the brewery robbery. Let's get Bengal back. Let's get 6 days exactly. Ooh, that's cutting it close. Hype limit break. Pick a single upgrade to apply. You can delay to check your character sheet, but you will gain no further hype while an upgrade is pending. What? Reduce current stress score by 50%. High stress will cause a negative mutation, the opposite of this hype. Increased loyalty score by 10%. Loyalty above 60 opens additional bonus options when gaining 100% hype and new positive story options. Okay. Indomitable for 30 days. Bengal gains a constant buff of stress relief, resistance, wound resistance, built-in armor, and kinetic armor, and ballistic. All right. Increase digital rush trait from level 1 to level 2. Increase to +7 matrix from +5. Okay, what trait is that? How do I even see? And now it's different. Oh, okay, here we go. Digital rush. Jacking into the matrix is a rush every time. So every time we jack in, this would have gone from 5 to 7. Calm 1, a deep breath, and you're rocking the storm. Will and stress resistance, ignore recoil. Okay, well, how do I... Oops. It said delay, right? So why can't I choose it again? Okay, so I had to check and see if the arrow did anything different. Maybe I need to go on a mission to get it to trigger again. No, he's still at 2,330%. Okay, so how do I trigger it again? I don't know if I can trigger it again. It did say dismiss before I hit escape. All right, well, let's keep going then. Oops. There we go. This would be nice. But it is only for days. Permanently gain 1 strength. Strength has been upgraded by +0 by hype. Below 60% loyalty. Attributes max at +3, but with higher max is 6. So I don't really want strength. I'm considering reducing his stress and getting it back down to like 20. Because I don't really want either of these. And it is funny that that all of this, except for the reduced stress, changes every time this limit break comes up. So let's reduce his stress. Yeah, stress 20%. Beautiful. Whoa. What does the neural toner do? Wound resistance, initiative, matrix action points, and IO boost. That 100 IO boost would be beautiful. But we don't have the money for it. All right, let's keep going. As we're just, hemorrhaging money. I suppose... Okay, she's in treatment. I think we want Aaron before Zasha. But let's get everybody's pieces done. I found our cop. She is District Captain Emmanuel Hayburn. Quite a nasty reputation, even willing to work directly against her own people. Sounds like our kind of character, greedy enough to do whatever we need if the pay is right. Of course, she has a condition. We need to work a job for her to prove we're compatible. Emmanuel Hayburn will pay well, and we can get a good look at her methods. I'm going to go with this is a two-way street. She has to earn our trust, too. Working together will show us her stripes. Any intel better be good. Any payment better be prompt. Let me vid her in so you can hear the proposal straight from the source. Let me introduce Emmanuel Hayburn. It's good to finally make the connect, Lemon. I've been waiting for this meeting for a while. The regard is mutual. It's time we did some business together. First, let me be sure you know who you are dealing with. As they say, a real meat eater. I grift, I graft, I skim, and I steal. But I'm coming to you, Cyber Knight, as a true professional, someone with a bona fide OPSEC chops. I need a real operator for real operations. You could say, I'm a cannibal, but I don't like how it sounds. Carnivore is the right ring. You'll find that I'm connected. I'm in with a number of the syndicates, but I can't trust their bosses or their flashy hitmen with this kind of work. This is starting to sound like you're putting us up against Bravestar. I've sent you all the schematics and SWAT plans for an upcoming Bravestar raid. They're planning to hit the HQ of a hacking syndicate called Electric Jackals in a little more than a week. Somehow the Jackals got hold of a Sigma 6 Sec AI's trainer. The Ultratech Sigma 6 is a generation behind the latest Sec AI tech, but the world is jammed with out-of-date systems, so the exploit kits they are cooking are still worth a lot of money. And Bravestar is about to kick down their front door. They would, except you're going to sneak in first. You're going to gobble up their dinner before they can get to the party. Then you must have a buyer lined up for the Sec AI trainer. Ready and waiting. Since we're going to be partners, I'll be frank. It's another syndicate. The money on this one is too good to pass up. It has a nice symmetry to it, from one syndicate for another. This intel on Jackal's hideout is very thorough. We usually don't get this much intel up front without some legwork. I wish they hadn't decided to hole up in the East Bank 72 sector. That dump is toxic. Unfortunately, we don't get to choose or pick where we work. How are the Electric Jackals making exploit kits from the Sigma 6 trainer? That is an interesting word. I've stumbled over it both times it's showed up. It's a pretty rare, sophisticated setup inside the chem factory. We know they have a Q-tank to isolate the Sec AI trainer completely from any outside quantum signals. They must have a real expert to be able to spoof the trainer that hard. Otherwise, it would shut itself down. By the time Bravestar SWAT arrives, we'll be long... Actually, you know what? Let's do these other ones. Why is their hideout in the middle of that toxic dump? They're a small syndicate trying to break into the big time, so they staked out some territory that no one else wants, I guess. But you know, people still live there, and the Blue Ox officially own that stretch, so they got someone's approval to operate there. Where did the Electric Jackals get the Sec AI trainer? Right now, it's a mystery. Bravestar doesn't have anyone undercover in their group, so we don't have that kind of intel. I'd be interested in finding out, but it's not as important as getting our hands on the trainer itself. How did you get access to the entire case file? I have to be very careful not to cannibalize my own team's action. But I don't work alone. I have partners in other sectors. We trade leads. This is also how I can provide you with wider protection from Bravestar interference. This one is far enough away from me, I shouldn't even know it's happening. It's a nice, safe hit. By the time Bravestar SWAT arrives, we'll be long gone. This seems like a perfect opportunity to get our hands dirty together. We could go far together, us three. Emmanuel Hayburn's Carnivore is ready to be planned at the Command HQ. Okay. Carnivores in 10 days. Mixed stealth hacking required. So I got to try to make sure not to, not to harm Bengal too much. Okay. Let's get Zasha in for her treatment, which is the last bit of treatments. I don't have any money. I mean, we do have money, but I'd rather not. I really want to make these. The Patch X and Shock Mine, not so much, but being able to make them would also be useful. So I think we're going to have a slightly shorter episode today. Next time when we come back, we are going to do the brewery robbery. But until then, I hope you folks enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button down below. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and checking out some of my other content. And as always, I will catch you folks in the next episode. Stay frosty out there.